Number 1. Jin. Not only famous as the worldwide handsome face of BTS, Jin is actually also well known for the ideal physique, with the 1:8 head-to-body ratio, which of course can turn even the most questionable designs on Earth into something as high fashion as they should be. Needless to look any further for the proof, the most recent photo shoot Jin did for Vogue Korea and GQ Korea has already proven how surreal his appearance is. Outfitting the icy blue puffy full body-length jacket of Louis Vuitton, Jin was said to perfectly portray the harmonious combination, where the majestic aura of an ancient king blended well with the groundbreaking spirit of the high fashion world in the modern day. The most interesting thing is that, while his visual was overwhelming in the unique puffer jacket of Louis Vuitton and close-up shots, it surprisingly well complemented the charm of this exotic design in the full-body photos, making netizens non-stop exclaim how the whole jacket looks as exalted as the overcoat of an ancient king. Because of such a good first impression about the Louis Vuitton puffer jacket, many people were also taken off guard when seeing it worn by the original model. According to some, while the strong, boundless spirit yet still high fashion and practicality of the puffer jacket was vividly apparent when Jin had it on, they only felt the awkwardness and eccentricity when looking at the styling of the model. Some even compared the design with a sleeping bag, and in the worst case, a blue tuna, considering how the plain blue whisker-esque details on the chest bore a staggering resemblance to the fins of a tuna. Another reason making people believe Jin had the power-up, turning every piece of fashion into the chicest design, came down to the fact that though the model of Louis Vuitton was taller, and thus fitting the design better than Jin, most people said that the high fashion and majestic vibe of the design were still portrayed better when Jin had it on, since he knew how to minimize the eccentricity and highlight the charm of the design by taking off the hood, unzipping the jacket, and layering underneath a suitable fit. Number 2. V. To highlight the vibrant hot cardigan that fully embraced the spirit of Christmas in the Fall-Winter 2018 collection, Prada mixed the design with a thin striped black suit, a pair of leather loafers, and a small black clutch, which not only portrayed the signature posh, mysterious vibe of the brand, but also promoted the inclusivity trend that has been in vogue in the fashion world. The thing is, while there wasn't much to complain about the styling of the original model, there was also nothing to exclaim, like, "Oh goodness, that is so cool," about such a bloody expensive fit from Prada. In fact, some even said, though they got the fashion house was trying to promote the feminine masculinity trend, the styling of the original model was somewhat too sluggish, and had it not been for the Prada trademark, they would have hardly recognized that the outfit came from a high-end brand. In total contrast, literally everyone agreed that when V had the same outfit on with several little changes, like layering underneath a white shirt, adding a big pearl earring, along with his masculine visual with a healthy body, strong jawline, and freezing cold gaze, many believed he portrayed the exact feminine masculinity spirit that Prada wanted to convey. When seeing the photos of V and the model of Prada wearing the same attire being put side by side, some even joked they were confused as to who was the real model, because V had not only well expressed the message of the outfit, but also elevated the whole appearance to the true high-end level. Besides that suit of Prada, V was also said to slay the bloody expensive yet extremely wearer selective better than the original model, thanks to his unique visual, ideal physique, and most importantly, his personal vibe that only V could emit. As Gucci has long been famous as the house of inclusivity and the pioneer that breaks all the gender stereotypes in fashion, it's nothing much of a surprise to see the brand is super enthusiastic in styling their male models in colorful designs, especially those with the colors of the contrasting spectrums, and lots of other accessories that are often used for females only. That's why, for this set of outfits introduced by Gucci in their Spring-Summer 2021 collection, the model not only had his hair long to the shoulders, but also had on the most flamboyant outfit, where the chrome yellow patterned shirt, vibrant purple bell pants, and pointy high-heeled leather boots were mixed with a small clutch, a black beanie, and the signature pair of thin frame glasses that has always been there as the symbol of elegance and trendiness. While Gucci has been promoting that kind of spirit for years, and people are also well aware of that, many people still believe the model didn't look as good as V in this outfit. Of course, it's hard to compare because it's apparent that each pursued a different style, but considering the context and the concept that V opted for, most netizens still voted for the styling of V as their preference. Regarding how everyone has been in love with 70s fashion lately, and the fact that BTS's Butter was the group's massive hit that helped them bag home many prestigious titles, many said they just couldn't get enough of how well V blew in the retro energy of the past into such a modern outfit by Gucci. Plus, as the original model styling was pretty wearer-picky and portrayed more of the feminine side of the outfit, Netizens said the fact that V changed things up a bit, but totally made the outfit wearable for everyone that wanted to hop on the 70s trend, as long as they had enough money to afford, was also the reason they preferred the styling of V over the original model. Number 3. Lisa. While Lisa was initially famous for her sharp and groovy dance moves, she has also gradually built the image of a high-fashion idol that could slay not only all types of outfits, but also slay them harder than the original model. The epitome of such cases is this one, where despite wearing the same long skirt from the Winter 2020 collection of Celine, Lisa was said to not only better portray the high-fashion aura, but also show off the charm of the design clearer than the runway model. Again, it's totally impossible to tell who wore it better, because firstly, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholders, and secondly, each opted for a completely different way of styling, though many netizens still said they preferred the look of Lisa more. For the sake of the concept that Celine wanted to convey through the collection, the model was dressed in a cowboy and gothic-ish style, with a long-sleeved turtleneck shirt layered underneath a medieval vest, and a knee-high pair of leather boots, almost covered by the long skirt. To highlight the gothic vibe, Celine put on the model a range of accessories, like the big floppy hat, several chunky bracelets, and most especially, the vampire makeup style that emphasized the smoky eyes. Because off the runway, there was no means such a styling could be wearable and in vogue with the current public taste, Lisa and her stylist had made a wide decision to play around with the whole design, omit things that should be omitted, and keep only the long skirt and the leather boots. Another reason making netizens prefer Lisa's look over the model's also came down to how she completely switched up the mood for the look, turning it from a dark and conservative outfit to one that was sexy, modern, but still bold enough as wanted by Celine. By replacing the full coverage tops with a short crop top, adjusting the width of the waist to perfectly fit the small measurement of Lisa, and most importantly, choosing the pose to show off the charming split of the skirt, Lisa was said to not only elevate the look to the high fashion level, as it should be, but also display the hidden sexy side that people didn't expect from the original design. Number 4. Jennie. Until now, literally every list about fashion, good fashion of course, would be a total miss if Jennie isn't included. And by that, it means this video is no exception. For the Spring 2019 ready-to-wear collection of Chanel, Jennie has picked out 3 looks to bring to the world tour of Blackpink. While there was nothing to complain about as to the styling of the original models, as all of them well portrayed the elite image of Chanel, most people still favor the look of Jennie more. According to them, since they have been too accustomed to the formal and ladylike image of Chanel, they couldn't see anything new through the styling of the original models. Especially in the time when many, if not all fashion houses tried to promote the inclusivity and gender-fluid trend, some said seeing things that were already expected was no fun, and even boring to some extent. However, when it came to Jennie, netizens said they were never once not impressed by her talents in bringing out the hidden charm of Chanel. Ever since she was announced to be the official global ambassador of Chanel, it was almost like she juvenized the whole brand, and made it more of a choice when young people went shopping. The epitome of those times was when she brought this yellow tweed set onto the stage, got rid of the skirt, changed the top form with some shoulder pads, and buttoned only the middle part, to show off the fire figure and an empowered modern side of the design. Looking at Jennie, not many people could believe that top was initially part of a ladylike set, because it looked so majestic with some little changes. Especially the way Jennie opted for fierce makeup and a ponytail. Even when Jennie decided to stay native to the girly, classy image of Chanel, she still managed to incorporate an interesting twist to the look. For example, in these 2 outfits, though she simply wore the design as the original version, people still went head over heels for her look, thanks to the chic makeup look, the fire Coke bottle figure, and the one and only accessory, Jennie's aura, that no other girls could put on. So which of these mixed matches by idols is your favorite? And you want to add some other names onto the list? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching.